Waste Disposal Act. The other one is called Resource Recycling Act. And the two, draft laws, supposedly being merged into one draft law, and that is going to be called the Circulation and Recycling Act. And how would you think, when and if the act is passed by the LY, how would you think that will provide a completely different regulatory environment and help the future Ministry of the Environment and Resources to implement the policies and some of the programs?
Yeah, this is also, showing the history of our concept, looking at our environmental problem.
Okay.
The first act that was dealing with our waste is called Waste Disposal Act.
Okay.
And at that time, people, they consider waste is waste.
Yes.
Okay, so, they
throw it away.
Yes. Yeah, that's waste. And then in 1998, the minister wanted to promote the recycling.
Okay.
So we have established a separate law called Resource Recycling Act.
Okay.
Okay. And now I think it's time for us to look back to the Waste Disposal Act,
right.
To rethink the waste from the point of view of the resource. So it's about time, the proper time for us to combine them together and to overlook, to look at the waste from a really resource point of view. And so we are trying to combine all these together to become the Resource Circulation and the Recycling Act.
Okay. Well, the new act, when and if it does pass, provide a more comprehensive coverage and help the government in terms of formulating future programs to become more resource-oriented and not just focusing on waste.
Yeah, exactly. Because under this new act, we will have a new thinking. Okay, we do not consider waste is waste.
All right.
Okay, and we take the approach from the resource.
All right.
And by doing that, hopefully that we can preserve our resource better.
Okay. And Dr. Hong, we have about 3 minutes left in the program. And you, as I said at the beginning of the program, you have worked and studied in the United States for about 20 years and come back to Taiwan and work for about 15 years. And over the last 35 years or so, you have witnessed and over the changes that are happening in Taiwan as well as in the U.S. and other parts of the world. And one question a lot of people want to ask you is, Dr. Hong, is it really possible for people, for countries that are trying to achieve high level of economic growth, but also at the same time trying to maintain environmentally friendly policies and measures? Can we really balance the two sometimes competing goals?
Yes, from the example I just gave to you earlier, by doing it in the right way, it can be a win-win situation where we are protecting the environment. Doing our recycling, we can create good business. In Japan, they have promoted this idea called urban mining. Okay, because Japan is like us. They do not have much of natural resources.
And so they're congested as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they're looking at their resource from their computer, the waste computer, those to mine the precious metals, from those things. And that is also what we are doing now.
Okay. And what would be one thing that you have witnessed in Taiwan in the last 15 years in terms of environmental protection and resource management that is most impressive? That is that one thing that we're most proud of, that we can show it to the rest of the world.
For what we have done here today, I think we have from 1998, everybody was creating 1.14 kilogram of waste per day. And now we are down to less than 0.4 kilogram per day. So that's more than 60% of the reduction of our waste. While we are reducing the waste that we generated, we are also increasing the amount of recycling,
yes.
and to preserve our natural resources. I think for everybody in Taiwan that our daily life, by separating the trash from the recyclable material, by separating the food waste from the material and make it for recyclable, I think it's a great effort for our good environment.
Well, that is certainly one achievement that all of us in Taiwan are very proud of. And that would not have been possible without the input and efforts from experts like yourself. Certainly being a pleasure to have you on the program today, Dr. Hong. Want to wish you all the best in your future personal and professional endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
All right. Thank you for watching our program today. I'll see you next time on MacroView Television. Thank you.